What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to Dragon Age 2. This is episode number 4. Last episode we left off, we got Varric. We actually recruited Varric. He wants us to become a partner on a Deep Roads expedition. We tried to employ ourselves into his brother's service, I guess, by being guards, but Varric actually stopped a pickpocketer that was trying to get into our goods. Yeah, I think he was just trying to cop a feel, to be honest. And he introduced himself, got our money back, and now he wants to be our partner. So we got to come up with 50 sovereigns to be Bartrand's partner and Varric's partner on the Deep Roads expedition, which will actually work out even better than becoming guards. So, yeah, we're pretty excited about that. Our brother's a bit worried. Of course, he doesn't want to go to the gallows. I don't think he can go to the gallows, but he's a bit worried for us, it seems. Now, he also brought up the fact that we should go talk to Aveline. She's got a guard job here somewheres, and I believe it's in Hightown to get there, if I can remember correctly. I'm going to try to avoid the Chantry area, because that would mean the Prince DLC will trigger, and I do not want that to trigger yet. I don't know if... I think we need to wait on that and not have it trigger right now, or something like that, because if you walk into that area, it triggers. I feel like I have to wait for some reason. I don't know why. It'll lose my memory, to be honest with you. So, again, let's get to it. Let's go towards the keep and talk to Aveline. Maybe we can get her in the party as well. Hey, Hubert! How's it going, buddy? Olaf, let's see what you got going on. Let's see if there's any more bags. Now, as far as buying stuff, I believe we should always buy companion stuff as well if it's available. So, because the companion stuff goes away, and we can't give them any gear like we could in Origins. They stick with this gear the whole time, but you can absolutely upgrade this gear, and which will come in handy later on. Specifically, I want to use Walking Bomb, and Walking Bomb is just so... you have to really time it in this game. And I will use it, and I will time it. But if there's a companion that will give an enemy that will come and give one of our guys a Walking Bomb hug, they're done for. Let's check this guy once more time, see if he has anything else. Okay, he does not. Okay, let's head towards Hightown and talk to Aveline then. See what she's got going on. What is back here? I wish there was a way to run faster. Sadly, there is not, I don't think.
Late again. Where is she?
Is there anything over here? Okay, there's a barrel. Let's go ahead and loot that. The Bloomin' Rose, I'm not going to go in there right now. We'll save that for later. Let's just head towards the keep and talk to Aveline. Oh man, I love Hightown's music. Are you listening to it? It's so chill-worthy, guys. It's so, like, beautiful. I love it.
To the void with this. I can never remember what Mistress wants.
Don't ask me. Alright, let's go ahead and read this. Kirkwall, Hightown. At the height of Tevinter Imperium slave trade, Kirkwall's elite prospered beyond dreams of avarice. Hightown was built for the wealthiest slavers, its glitzy mansion rising atop the great wall of rock that borders on one side the waking sea. Lowtown cowered on its other side until Kirkwall slavers rose to plunder and destroy Hightown's riches. Today, Hightown's prominent buildings are the keep, home to the ruling Viscount and the Chantry, home to the Grand Cleric and the city's religious center. Both are converted estates that once housed wealthy magisters, rebuilt and converted after the uprising. Okay, so this is by Brother Genitivi as well. I love this city. I think it's great. It's really cool that they have the keep here with everything, you know, all the higher ups, and then he had the Chantry right here. I think it's a beautiful city. I love it. They can make all the cities look like this every single time, over and over and over, and recycle it, and I love it. I'm a huge fan of Hightown. I'm just a huge fan of everything in this darn game, I swear it. Okay, there's stuff over here. Got my loot senses going on. It's really really good to stock up. We need potions and such. We don't have any. And Nightmare is going to give me a hard time soon. The thing is with Nightmare, you kind of got to kill enemies quick. You really got to DPS them down very, very quick. And I hate to say it, but it's going to be very hard at times. So what I'm thinking about the build, I'm going to get a lot of CC abilities, I think, for lockdowns and have our companions just wipe them out as much as we can. We'll see what we can do. Alright, let's go inside the Viscount's Keep. Hell yeah. What is that a symbol of? That is Kirkwall itself, correct? That is the symbol of Kirkwall right there? I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, we can gather our party here. Okay, anything over here? Can't click on that. Monsieur, please stop kicking the wall. The hierarchy of the circle, we know about that. There's no point in reading. What is up here? Let's go to the left first. I believe Aveline's on the right. Excuse me, guys. What's going on up here? The Low Marin Accords. Good day, Sarah. So, Sarah. I don't understand the meaning of Sarah. I thought Sarah means sir, but I think it's a greeting of sir and ma'am. I think it's a double meaning. I believe it means sir or ma'am, depending on what you are. Yeah? Okay. Let's read this book. The Low Marin Accords. 50 years. That's how long it took the Imperium to drive out the Qunari occupation. But the rest of northern Thedas was not so lucky. Both divines, white and black, declared exalted marches, and for the only time since the schism of the Chantry they worked together. A century-long siege resulting with the giant Qunari entrenched in Antiva and Ravane. All of Thedas throwing armies against them. The war that drained the resources of every nation in Thedas, leaving most on the brink of collapse. For the Giants, it did not appear to be a damage to their armada, or the loss of their soldiers, but the terrible toll upon the Ravani population that prompted their retreat. When the third new exalted march had all but massacred the people of Kanar, without even chipping the Qunari occupying force, the Giants finally withdrew. The treaty that put an official end to the Qunari wars was signed on the politically neutral island of Lomarin, off the southern coast of Ravane. 150 years after the assault on the mainland began, the Qunari left our shores. They received the northern archipelago, okay, I can't even say that, in exchange for cessation of hostilities, against all the nations of the Accord. Only Tevinter refused to sign, and so the war continues to rage in the Imperium to this present day. It's worth noting, however, that the Kingdom of Ravane immediately violated the treaty twice, once when the humans of northern Ravane, nearly all practitioners of the Qun, and therefore by definition Qunari, refused to leave their homes and go into exile to the islands, and again when the Ravani Chantry and the nationalist forces, unable to convert its people back to the worship of the Maker, tried a purge by the sword, slaughtering countless unarmed people and burying them in mass graves. It's a fortunate mystery that the leaders of Kanar did not alert their allies in the northern passage, or we'd still be fighting the Giants now. Okay, so this is by Sister Patrine. Very interesting, guys. It's very good to read some of this stuff, because that is a refresher for me as well. I did not know that. Okay, we have a chest here. A bottle? Okay, let's go ahead and steal that. The Enigma of Kirkwall. The Viscount is suspicious, but the bribe was sufficient to gain access to the restricted section of the archives. The money would have been better spent elsewhere, the archives being most devoted to of Imperium-era records. When the slavers revolted, they hunted magisters and burned the city, at least the parts that could be burned. One account says the streets were littered with piles of scrolls and books set aflame. Is our quest futile? Did the slaves destroy the answer? As Mafrak's armies toppled the Imperium, they sent 3 magisters and their legions here. They never arrived. But why march here of all places? What were they coming here for? This Enigma of Kirkwall is so interesting, guys, and we're going to talk about this later on. Possibly before Inquisition. There's so much theories behind some of this stuff on why it's important for mages here and blood mages and such, so Yeah, and I believe you have to get all them codexes for an achievement, so I will definitely try to do that. Okay, let's see if we can get in here. Varric, can you get in there, bub?
Not likely.
Carver, any luck?
I'm not doing it.
Come on, Carver, bash it! Hey, what do you got going on?
The Viscount is not open to the public, especially recent arrivals not actually part of the public.
Do you have to be so rude?
Do that.
Okay, let's go to the other side. Like I said, I'm gonna do a good deal of codexes here and there. I need a refresher for myself as well. Let's go ahead this way. You too, madam. I believe codexes here. I don't know if they give you XP like they did in Origins. Chantry Hierarchy, we don't need to read that. I believe it does give us a little bit of XP.
Terribly busy. I've been waiting most of the day.
Alright, let's head to the other side here. See if we can go ahead and talk to Aveline. I miss her damn face! Okay, Kirkwall City Guard, there's Aveline. Let's go ahead and get this. We don't really need to worry about the guard. I'm going to read that. Study the Fifth Blight, Volume 1. I'm not going to read that. We know what happened in the Fifth Blight. Anything in here? No? Okay, anything in here? Varric, can you get into this chest, my man? It's simple, it looks like it. Easy as pie? Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Varric. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to our darling Aveline. Hey, Aveline! She's still got Wesley's shield. Aw.
Aveline.
Hello, Hawke.
Hello, Hawke.
That's it.
What? Oh, right. Sorry. It feels like we just talked. I've been keeping an eye on you. Information
girl.
is one of the few perks of this job. Watch out for Bartrand. He's a son of a bitch.
She's been keeping an eye on us. I love her. I fucking love her, man. She reminds me of Bran of Tarth from the Game of Thrones. Like, this came before the Game of Thrones, so, like, she just reminds me of her so much. Brienne of Tarth, I think her name is, from Game of Thrones. If you don't know, check it out. She looks, kind of looks the same, actually. But just their personalities are so... It's eerie how close they are. It's crazy.
You know I don't like it when you have people watch me.
Safe to be
like
camping on your doorstep. After what we went through to get here, well, you're no child, but I take care of my friends. The places they have me patrolling, I've got time.
That a girl? That's what I'm talking about. Let's see if she has any kind of job for us.
A person in your position seems like they might learn some profitable things.
You know better than to ask that.
One day you'll be frustrated enough to go for it.
It's like I'm sitting on my hands. There are dangerous people in this city. In fact, I might have a job for you. Let me know if you want to do a favor for Kirkwall. Otherwise, I'm here if you need me. Maker knows I could use more satisfying work.
Okay, Aveline. Let's go ahead and talk to Aveline. Let's get all the juicy gossip of what's happened to her within the last year.
Seems like Kirkwall suits you.
It has been a challenge. Lots of opportunity, if you're the type the locals want.
Are you?
If you argue enough, you kind of convince yourself.
It's been a year settling in. Are you all right?
You don't need to coddle me. I am where I am. How close I hold my memories is my own business.
Oh, come on, Aveline. I understand. It was probably unworthy of us to ask about Wesley. It's got to be very hard for her to even talk about Wesley. You know, it's been a year, so maybe the scars have mended a little bit, but that's a tough conversation I want to have with her. I feel for her. I'm sorry.
This must be a very different pace from serving King Kalen.
I love that life, but there's a new king for a new Ferelden. Seems cocksure, but I guess he was there when the Archdemon fell. Can't fault an active hand. It's just one more change, though. The real end for me was Ostagar. What about you, Carver? You were there. Do you feel something similar?
No.
All right, then. Bit of a tit, your brother.
He is a bit of a tit. He is definitely a bit of a tit. He might be a big tit, but yeah.
The Blight is over. You could go back to Lothering.
That wasn't home for me. It was just where the Horde pressed us. It wasn't the first village I saw fall. But you don't get used to people losing everything.
No, Aveline, you don't. You surely do not. I only went back to fight, or it's sad to leave. I only went back to fight doesn't make sense for Hawke as a mage. It will make sense if Hawke was a warrior or rogue, because if Hawke was a warrior or rogue, he was absolutely, he was actually in the fight at Ostagar, so he would go back to Lothering then. But since we were a mage, we actually were in Lothering the whole time, so that doesn't make sense for a mage to even say that. But beyond that, it was sad as hell to leave Lothering. Could you imagine leaving your home all them years where you grew up and watching it get destroyed and the people that you love, you know?
It's not how I wanted to say goodbye. I'll say that.
You can't go home again. That's supposed to be about maturity. It's not the same if you don't have the option.
It's really not the same at all, Aveline, but I guess Kirkwalls are home now. And we haven't talked to Mother, but let's just hope she's happy here.
All right, Aveline. You have something worth doing.
My patrols may be empty walks in the dark, but there's something big coming up, and I could use you. An ambush, probably for a caravan, although I can't find any shipments that match up. Doesn't matter though. Highwaymen waiting for someone to rob. I'm putting a stop to it, my district or not.
Okay, so you say you need me. Is it my smile or my irresistible charm that you need, Aveline? Let's not say that to her, she'll kick her ass.
You have a name, or anything else to go on?
Not important. If we show up and they attack, they're bad. Simple as that. I'll wager it's smugglers though. Like I said, seems like an obvious trap for a caravan.
You've been nosing around outside your commission.
I have contacts, and they're complaining about
Aveline probably does that quite a lot, guys.
Thugs and such. Someone is hiring. And one or two were told to prepare for travelers. You want to be good at this
Fishy
job?
indeed.
You pay attention to what's missing, and when people arrange escape routes.
That sounds fishy indeed. She is not the type of woman that will sit on her hands. She is a go-getter, if I've ever met one.
Seems like you'd want to share this with your fellow guards.
I will, if you sit on your hands. I'll send my alerts, and someone
Took
else
my
will lead
word.
the patrol. But there's profit and influence to be had. You're my friend, so I'm offering.
I'm no guard, Aveline.
There's only so many of us. Temporary recruits are expected time to time, as long as they're competent. You still claim to be competent, right?
Only on Tuesdays. Maybe Wednesdays. Well, wait a minute. Is Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays and Fridays even a thing in Dragon Age? I think it is, because I remember Alistair saying something about only on Tuesdays or something. Did he not say that in some kind of dialogue back in Origins? I don't know. Okay, so we're on board, Aveline. Of course, we're definitely going to help you.
All right, Aveline. I'll play guard for you.
I knew I could count on you.
Of course you
They're
can.
hidden up Sundermount, remote and rough, but we can make good time with a shortcut this side. And no, you can't run off and do it without me. I trust you, but I have to be there. You're acting on behalf of the Guard.
You really think we would go anywheres without you?
Stop kicking the wall.
You're the tank, Aveline. You're the only tank in the damn game, I think. You're going everywhere with us. I think. Oh,
So, what can I do for you?
hey.
Make a nose I'm none too busy. If there's something you need, I'm with you.
Anything
Still
new?
hard at work trying to please adopted Kirkwall.
It has been a challenge. Lots of opportunity, if you're the type the locals want.
Are you?
If you argue enough, you kind of convince yourself.
You had
Okay,
something
about
you
the
thought I
job.
would
See if we
be
can get any more
interested in.
information on the job here.
The ambush.
While we're in conversation
yes.
with her.
Sundermount, when you're ready. I'll give more when we get there.
Okay.
And no, you can't run off and do it without me.
I gotcha.
I trust
I really
you,
didn't mean to
but
click
I
on her
have
again.
to be there. You're
Sounds
acting
good.
on behalf of the Guard.
Okay, I'm curious though. What I was meaning to do was click on Carver and Varric here to see if any kind of dialogue.
I'm here. Right behind you.
See if any kind of dialogue since we're in the keep. Can we go into this room?
I can do that.
I don't think I can do that. Fine day to you, Sarah. Oh, people are so nice here. These servants are so nice. A fine day to you, Sarah.
Good day, sir.
I feel like there was a codex over here at one point. Is there not? Like, I always thought that was a codex. Okay, let's go ahead and head to... There's our home. Oh, the hangman. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go... home first, I think. Or head to the hangman. Maybe we should go to hangman first. Okay, so we can't access it. Let's just go to Hightown. See Exiled Prince. Let's go to Hightown and we'll walk our way down to Lowtown because we absolutely can't even access it.
What will they think of next?
You have a problem with that?
Me? My family's not native either. I'm just surprised. A lot of old prejudice in the Guard.
I'll give them plenty of reason to change their minds.
You know, it's possible they're just scared shitless of you. That's my theory, anyway.
Varric, yeah, they probably are, my man. Good old Varric and Aveline. I love the banter in this game. Will not lie. Alright, I think the chantry's over there. Let's not do that. Let's head this way. Because that's where the Exile Prince is, and I don't want to start that yet. Darn it, I know I keep saying it, but I don't want to start it for some reason. Let's head here and... Wait, why couldn't we just go... That don't make any sense. Why couldn't we just go to... Oh, I was trying to go to the Hangman, that's why. I seen where it says access by Lowtown, but I can go here. This is Lowtown. I'm so dumb. I could have just did it from the keep. What a... At least we got some banter out of it. That's cool. That works for me. I thought... I'm so dumb. We actually have to go to the Hangman first. Okay, that makes sense. Okay,
So,
what's
what
going
do you
on
do,
here?
Aveline?
You know I'm a guard. Why are you asking?
I mean in your off-duty hours, for fun. You've heard of it, I hope.
These are my off-duty hours.
And the trend of you scaring the piss out of me continues.
She hangs out with Hawke in her off-duty hours. That's awesome. I'm honored. Okay, we have a bad copied leaflet. A lot of merchants here. Let's go ahead and click on this. Take back our streets! Ferelden refugees, Qunari soldiers, who's next? Avenger slavers snatching children out of their beds? This ends now. Send a message that Kirkwall will not accept this. We must band together to drive foreign waste from our doorstep. Reclaim the free marches for the marchers. If you care about our future, join the Friends of Kirkwall. Reclaim our city.
Commerce in this place.
Yeah, I feel you, Av. Kirkwall's Lowtown. Lowtown sits in a massive cauldron-shaped pit that was once Kirkwall's first quarry. The district was constructed by slavers who carved the city and its harbor out of rock. Today, the Lowtown is a labyrinth of shantytown corridors and hexagon courtyards, hexes, in the local parlance. Lowtown's poorest live in the caves hewn out of the cliff face. The district is shoddily built and bears scars caused by collapsing walls. Foundry smoke smothers the area. Only a cold winter storm clears the air, but the icy wind howling over the mouths of old mine shafts hardly count as relief. Occasionally, these dark town shafts erupt. The gouts of foul air known as choke damp. It is not uncommon to find a whole slum silently suffocated, frozen in the midst of everyday activity. The walls surrounding Lowtown are highest by the harbor. Its busiest streets lead up to Hightown, where the wealthiest Kirkwallers perch. When one stands in Lowtown, all one sees other than the rocky walls is Hightown. It glitters overhead, always in sight, yet always beyond reach. Okay, Brother Genetivi, you're in the mix again? Excuse me, sir?
Only the finest Antivan merchandise.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and look at your finest Antivan merchandise. I need to get an idea if we have any... Alright, sell all junk. Let's sell this. Sell all that junk. Okay, we have a quest here. Lady Elegant? Excuse me, madam.
My. If it isn't Hawke.
Ooh,
Still
hello.
up to old tricks, Elegant.
Lady Elegant, if you don't mind. I'm a married woman now. Last time we met, you were still in Athenral's employ. Things have been going well since then?
I guess we cannot complain, guys. We are standing. We have our brother here. We have our friends here, so we cannot complain, right?
Could be better. Could be worse.
I often feel the same way. You may recall I sometimes provided potions for Athenral. I'd be willing to extend you the same courtesy if you like. All I ask is you inform me of any interesting reagents you find. In exchange, I'll approach my contacts on your behalf. And of course you'll need the appropriate recipes, such as this one. Free, for old time's sake.
Okay, so it seems like there's these people all around. These are basically our sandal from Dragon Age Origins. These people will help us craft stuff. Maybe later on we can craft something. Or maybe we can even craft it at Gamlen's house. I literally cannot remember. But okay, let's go ahead and look through the shops a bit. I like to keep an eye out for companion stuff. I really do. Alright, a backpack. See, here's our companion stuff right here. This is for Varric. Unfortunately, we can't buy it. So now that we know that it's here, we can come back for it. It will stay here, I believe. Oh, I want to say this whole act, because the merchant's merchandise restocks after the act. Okay, let's look in here. I'm also looking for a specific ring. Yeah, blood magic stuff. I'm gonna buy that. Fire warding? Okay. Okay, I wanted to buy that blood magic ring. We might actually need it later on. Very cool. She's always the one that has it. From what I can remember back in the day. Okay, nothing here. What do we have people gathered up here?
I bring you a priceless treasure from the highest heights of Mount Davert.
Getting a little close there, Varric. Okay, just go ahead and ease it up a little bit.
Ashes. Verified by the scholar Genitivi, these ashes cure any ailment and provides virility in more intimate matters.
Ooh.
Do I have a volunteer?
I'll try.
Just a small pinch, Sarah. There you go.
My God, it's gone.
Cured by the Maker himself.
That's enough. Clear out, you charlatans.
Clear out, you charlatans! Excuse me, Sergeant!
The coin those swindlers nab goes straight to the carter's coffers. They must be stopped.
Okay, we know what the Carta is. That is the dwarves that was down below in the deep roads. It's interesting that the Carta's up here.
Jevon takes no notice of these thieves.
No one cares as long as they keep to Lowtown and the docks. No one except guards on the street, that is.
Well, at least you're doing your job, Sergeant. I commend you. Absolutely. Okay, let's go ahead and look in this barrel. What do we have here? We have some kind of quest up here? Elven Vinter.
That is something of yours I picked up.
Oh, the bottle that we... Okay, I want to start reading the quests, absolutely, because I did not know what I just turned in there. Okay, so once I get quests, I'm going to start reading them a bit, because they do tell you a bit of what's going on. So this guy must have been looking for this bottle.
Thou being begged and thrice paid. Interesting.
Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, let's move on. Let's go towards the Hanged Man. Interesting name for a bar, is it not? Sergeant Joanna.
Better than being cooped up with Gamlin.
Better than be cooped up with Gamlin? I hear you. What do we have over here? Let's look at this area before we head into the Hanged Man. I want to cover all the ground. Okay, what does this guy got? Anything good? Something for Aveline. So one thing for Varric and one thing for Aveline is here. I need to keep an eye out for, like, herbs as well. I believe herbs in this game give you a really, a ton of just XP by picking them. It's not like picking them in Origins or Dragon Age 2 or Dragon Age Inquisition. See, there's one right here. Okay. Okay, not gonna read about herbs. Absolutely not! Okay, I don't think there's anything over there. Okay, let's go ahead and head up to the hangman. Let's talk to that Sergeant Joanne. Who was that? That's interesting. I don't remember this person ever. Excuse me?
You hear about the Amaranthine traitors? Some harebrained nobles in Amaranthine were conspiring against the Warden Commander. A truly stellar idea, if you know anything about him. We caught most of the conspirators, but a few fled by sea and came here. We're offering a bounty.
You're offering a bounty on people that tried to conspire against Garbo. Interesting.
And the city guard is all right with me killing foreign nobles?
We tried getting permission. Lots of bowing, lots of flowery phrases, and a great deal of nothing from the Viscount. I came here to do a job. So if the Viscount gets his precious feelings hurt, he can take it up with the Warden Commander.
That won't go well for the Viscount, let's just say that.
Sounds like the Warden Commander could be deposed if he's not careful.
True. The Amaranthine nobles are still a trifle upset about the whole burning down of their city. But with Vigil's keep and all the trading costers, I think the Warden will do just fine.
Okay, let's go ahead and give her a hand. Anything linked to Garbo? Yeah, of course.
Tell me what I need to know.
Here's a list of names and descriptions. Anytime you end one of the bastards, let me know and I'll reward you. Better act fast, though. We're looking for them, too.
Okay, sounds good. I don't remember that quest. But then again, I gotta tell you, I don't think I've really ever blown up Amaranthine City. Besides one time. Just to get the achievement. Okay, let's go ahead into the Hanged Man. See what is going on in here. Maybe we can get a drink. Ah, bloodstains on the floor, reeks of piss and booze. My type of place.
I've seen you around.
You heard about that hero?
Okay, Ravane, let's not read that.
Yes. Why? What makes a hero, eh? I bet I could kill an archdemon.
Ooh.
I bet you couldn't. I'll bet you a dozen ales.
What?
I don't like some of the people you've been associating with, Carver.
Uh-oh.
Talk to my brother. He's the one in charge.
Maybe, but I know you get around. This city's full of people who are dead set on ending badly. I don't want to see you end up the same way.
Would asking you to stop spying on me help in the least?
No.
Oh, Carver, she loves you though. She really does. Okay, let's talk to the bartender, order a drink. Can we go behind the bar? Yeah. You don't need any of this stuff back here. Can we steal it? Okay, let's go. Let's go ahead and take this stuff. He might not need it. We can talk to Varric. I want to cover our ground first before we talk to him. Excuse me, sir.
Welcome to the Hanged Man.
Any
What's the word
news?
on the street?
People say Meredith's the real power in Kirkwall, not the Viscount. Even Dumar answers to her.
Okay. Anything else?
Any other news?
You ever met the Viscount Dumar? The man doesn't use his head for anything but storage for fancy hats.
Okay, that's
Thanks.
enough.
I should go.
Anytime.
I should go. Okay. Let's order a drink, can we? Yeah! Get it in! Oh, get it in! Oh, he took a shot of a mug. Damn. Okay. Hawke ain't playing around. Okay, let's go open some doors back here. What's in here? Kirkwall, Chapter 1. I'm not going to read this stuff, I don't think, yet. We'll probably get them out of order. So we're going to read Kirkwall stuff once we get Chapter 4. We're going to go ahead and read it all. Or at least 2 chapters. or something. It reminds me of like the books of the Chantry or something that you want to read back in Origins, where you kind of just get them out of order. We'll get like 4 next, 3, and then 2. You know what I mean? It's just so unnecessary. I hate it when it happens. Okay, we got this. Torn trousers and a health poultice. This is why I'm looting everything. We need potions terribly bad, guys. Was that all the rooms? We have anything in here? Nothing there. Okay, Varric, what's up, dude?
So, here's the thing. We need to find a way into the deep roads. Bartrand can lead us to the right place once we're down there, but we need a good entrance.
We need something. We need something. We need to make some money, Varric. We need a lot of stuff here. We're putting a lot of this on faith. You know what I mean? Like, we literally are, guys. A lot of this stuff is on faith right now. We don't really know. So we need something, Varric.
Any entrance would do, wouldn't it? Unless a dragon's sitting in it, I suppose.
We need an entrance that's close to our destination, but isn't already plundered or filled with darkspawn. Fortunately, I've received some new information. There's a Grey Warden in the city.
Ooh.
If anyone knows how to get down there, it'll be him.
There's a Grey Warden in the city. I wonder who it could be.
Why would a Grey Warden know that?
The Wardens don't just fight darkspawn. They forge into the deep roads all the time. And if he doesn't know, he might be able to point us to those who do.
Okay.
Are there any other options?
None at the moment. Bartrand had an entrance lined up, but it was a bust. I'll keep looking, but if we don't find something, we'll have a fancy expedition with nowhere to go.
True, and very much true, Varric.
Sounds like you have it all planned out, Varric.
And that, Messer, is why I'm here. Supposedly, this Grey Warden came in with some other Ferelden refugees not long ago. A Lowtown woman named Lorene has been helping the Fereldans. We talked to her. Maybe we learn where he is. I'll keep after my contacts, see if I can drum up any other work.
Okay, Varric is very knowledgeable, guys. It's very good to have him here. No lie. Anything else, Varric?
That guy Marlowe at the bar downstairs? Don't make eye contact, whatever you do.
Okay. We will not make eye contact with Marlowe. This is the guy Marlowe right here, probably. Okay, Easter egg for all you guys wondering. Who is this little dwarf in this picture up here, by the way? Look right to the left of Hawke. Right here. Who do you think that dwarf is? Looks a bit like Algren to me, huh? They got a picture of Algren in here. They got a weird shrine and a picture of Algren. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, let's head home. Let's head to Gamlin's house and see what's going on there. I'm also going to pick up a lot of the DLC stuff as well. Once we pick up all the DLC stuff, we'll come out and talk to Lorene, I guess her name is.
Varric, do you do anything?
Am I the next stop in your career evaluations? Joy of joys.
You watch and you talk. Is that it?
You are dismissing hallmarks of both the utterly ineffectual and the incredibly dangerous.
I don't know what you mean.
It means coins flow when I talk and when I shut up. Like if you got paid to guard or unguard.
That makes no sense.
Good. Off with you.
We have quests over there. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna go this way and avoid that, and try to get into the house without doing that quest over there until we get some gear. I also want to head towards the alienage and pick up anything that's there as well. See if there's any codexes in the alienage that we can pick up, or maybe even herbs or something.
Why do elves stay here if it's so horrible?
It doesn't look that bad, does it, brother? It's not really too bad. Okay, we know about alienages. Let's go ahead and not read that. Anything over here? Sometimes you'll find gifts in this stuff. That's also another really good reason to go ahead and just loot a lot of stuff. Alienist culture, we know about that. Okay. Let's head towards the house. I'm going to save. Hopefully we don't get pulled into combat up here. It would be very nice not to. Yeah, right there.
Our glorious home. I swear Gamlin painted with shit and beer.
Let's go into our house, guys, and talk to the fam, see what's going on. Hopefully we can name dog. I have a good name for it, I think. Her.
Hard to believe they left me nothing.
Well, Mother was pretty steamed when you ran off with your Ferelden apostate.
Hey.
Their daughter, their eldest.
Okay, we have notes here. What is this about? Okay, greetings! You don't know who I am, but I have heard of you. I understand you might need items from my collection as well as the means to obtain them. I do not intend extend this invitation to anyone, but you are not simply anyone, are you? Consider this an invitation to the Black Emporium. Enclosed are directions through the passages underneath the city, as is the charm to enter. If you give the charm to anyone, its permission will be immediately revoked, and consequences will be unpleasant. Xenon. Okay. Let's go ahead and read that. Letter from a Sendoa Hawke. Your year is up and you're free to go. Despite what you think, we had a good thing working together. I might pass along an opportunity or two. If you're willing to get your hands dirty, stay safe at Sendoa. Oh, she's sweet, man. Hawke, you might be interested in something that's come up. A contact of mine, a fellow named Anso, is asking around for someone competent regarding a job. And I suggest you. I always paid well, so if I were you, I'd check into it before someone else snaps it up. He said he'll be in Lowtown Bazaar at night, Sendoa. Let's go ahead and accept that. Can we talk to the dog?
He wasn't like this in Lothering.
He?
I think he misses the open fields.
I guess we gotta name it a man, because she said he.
Come on, let's play Fetch the Invisible Ball.
He just needs to get out more. Don't you, boy?
But if he's with us, who'd keep Gamlin's debt collectors away?
Take it. I'm sick of what's-his-name staring and panting.
Gamlin, honestly, a Mabari understands what you say. Try using his name.
What's wrong with dog? Real easy to remember.
Okay, I wasn't prepared for this. I am sorry. I was actually prepared for it to be a female, but they're calling it he, so this we have to name it a guide dog. I was going to name it Callie, C-A-L-I, in memorandum of my first dog I got when I actually moved out of my family's house way back in the day. It was the first dog I ever had. She passed, though, and I was going to name it after her, but we cannot do that now. So what we can do is name him... I like Bo for some reason. We're going to name him Bo. We're going to name... Okay, we are named Sendoa, okay? We're going to name him Boa, I think. I think that's a good name, huh? Boa. Yeah, that's a good name for him. Short, we're going to call him Bo. Boa! It's all capital letters, too. So be it. I really would... I wish we were able to make it a female, but we cannot.
I'm with you,
brother.
For now.
That is very good to hear. Alright, Bo. You're looking good down there, my man. We got a storage chest. Let's talk to Mother and see if we can get any quests from her.
Been in servitude for a year. They should be nobility.
If wishes were poppy, we'd all be dreaming.
So this isn't a dream, Gamlin. I thought it was definitely a dream. I'm sorry.
You mean this is real? No wonder I can't wake up.
And here
Yeah.
I thought that Ferelden you ran off with was a mage, not a jester. Your mother was supposed to marry the Comte de Lancey, and instead she ran off with some Ferelden apostate. You don't get to stay the favorite when you do that.
Where is Father's will? If I could just see for myself.
It's not here, all right? It was read, it went in the vault. No one needed to look at it again.
Why is he being so defense? Why is he so sly about this? I don't like it, guys.
I know the Amels were nobility, Mother, but not much else. Why don't you ever talk about them?
The Amels have been a noble family in Kirkwall since Garahel drove out the Fourth Blight. But we've always carried magic in our blood. The hero of Ferelden was one of ours, you know.
He was.
One of my cousin Revka's children. The Circle took them all. It's been a stain on our lineage. No family of good standing would ever marry into a line with magic. When I chose your father, I was bringing more magic into our line, not less. I think that's what hurt my parents the most.
Magic is a gift, not a curse, Mother. Bethany was surely a gift. It's a shame, guys.
Did Grandfather mention Mother in his will at all?
I love
Our
our sister,
father
man. I
died when
do.
you were still in short pants, lad. You can hardly expect me to remember.
Oh, of course not. Why should you do something reasonable?
That touched a nerve. What's in there that you don't want us to see?
Nothing. But you won't be seeing the bloody thing. It's still locked up on the estate, and that's long out of my hands.
What daft bastard leaves that behind?
It was old news. You think I've been sitting here for 25 years waiting for Leandra to slink back?
Who bought the estate, Gamlin? Perhaps I could speak to them. Was it the Reinhardts?
No one you know. Get used to Lowtown, sister. That's where we're going to stay.
What a piece of trash. Hey, Carver, what's up?
Maker, what a mess. I want to make things better for Mother, but some of what Gamlin says, I'm having a hard time hating him. Playing caretaker for someone else's life. Stuck in their shadow. That's no way to live.
And there it is.
Look, if you want to join
It was
the
only a
fight
matter of
over who
time.
lost the most, fine. But I never lived here. Mother even gave me her old key to try and stir something. But I didn't know Grandfather. Finding his will doesn't matter to me.
You want a connection? This is where we'll find it.
The once mighty Amels? A bunch of slavers are squatting on that dusty glory.
What have you heard?
Uncle's a chatty drunk. He was up to his neck and signed everything over. That's who has the estate. Apparently, the most extensive wine cellar in Kirkwall is now a slave highway from the Undercity. That's the family legacy.
That sounds like an arrangement that needs to change.
And what if it does? We still aren't important enough to actually live in the place.
Baby steps, Carver.
All right, brother. If the key works, we'll clear the estate from the Undercity up.
Hell yeah, Carver!
I don't
Carver's
know if
on
this will
board!
help, but I do feel like hitting someone.
Okay, let's go ahead and save. Carver has something else for us, it seems.
I'm with you, brother.
Oh, he doesn't?
For now.
What about Mother? Gamlin?
Get out of my face!
Get
Your
out of my
mother's
face.
Bad enough. I don't
Get
need
out of
you
my face.
nagging me.
Bella! What's going on? You alright?
Come on, boy. This is no time to play dead.
Yeah, it would have been bad to name it a girl dog. He says it's always something about a guy. Okay. Alright, my friends, I think I'm going to end the episode on that note. When we come back, we'll dive into the quest stuff over here. It looks like a shite ton of chest over here with some of the DLC items. I'm not going to take it all out, specifically stuff for the warriors and such. I'll use certain things. I won't be decking our companions out with certain things. Maybe the weapons, of course, but What I'm also going to do at some point in time, I want to actually read them items. Maybe I'll make separate videos for codexes and such, because them items have some amazing, interesting lore to the future and then what would happen in the past and such. I think them DLC items were just, I don't know, stuff that needed to be explained, and it's very cool. You learn about Hawke's father, for one. There's some really cool stuff in there. So we're going to do that at some point. With that being said, until episode number 5, I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon, evening, night, whatever it is. And as always, I'll see you all next time.